Hi, everyone. I want to welcome you all to our April monthly call. If you are listening to this later and you don't know who we are, I am Jimmy Lee Nitzo, Senior Ruby Ambassador, and I have Mandy Kirkendall, Ruby Ambassador, with me, as well as Deidre Ziolkowski. Did I get that right? Kind of, sort of.
Close.
Okay.
Kind of, sort of close.
Okay. Is a brand new ambassador, and I am so excited to have you guys meet her and have her share a little bit with you. But first, I want to start out with telling you we're going to be talking about expanding your network a little bit. So I want to start out with talking about like brand new contacts versus contacts that should be follow-up. This is something that I've been very, very strict with myself lately. I have my contacts laid out for the week, every single week. And if I find that I have already contacted somebody about Plexus, then I will move them to follow up and I will go grab a new contact. The reason being with this is, you know, there are people out there that maybe drag their feet with it. They're just not ready yet. Maybe their interest isn't there yet. They don't need it bad enough yet. And so those are the people that we follow up with. But if we turn our, what we're calling new contacts, into just following up with those same people all the time, it's going to slow our business down. Okay, and I've seen it happen, and I'm telling you this because I'm guilty of it myself. That's why I've gotten so strict with myself on this. I see my business moving when I am making brand new contacts. Now, am I saying to forget about those people? No, I'm not. You still love them. You still check in with them. You still give them the information that they need, guide them along the way. And when they are ready, they're going to be ready and they are going to go for it. If you look at my niece, Kyle, it took her 3 years. I didn't forget about her. I talked to her all along throughout it. I just, you know, at the pace that she needed at that time. So I just really want to stress that those brand new contacts, if you want your business moving forward, you need to be making new contacts. And this is kind of why we're going to be talking about expanding our network. Because when you do that, you kind of go through everybody that you know, and then one day you're like, oh my gosh, like I'm out of people. What do I do? Well, it's simple. You add people. And I'm not just saying that. I think I've run out of people like 3 times, okay? You add people. You meet somebody and friend them on Facebook. Get your phone out and say, hey, are you on Facebook? Find yourself. I've done this over and over and over. I get them on Facebook. And then they watch my posts and they get interested. Also, as far as on Facebook goes, go friend request people. People that you guys have friends in common. 9 out of 10 times they are going to accept. And I want to give you an example. I know most of you have probably heard this before. Dana Story is my level 1 ambassador, and Dana and I did not know each other prior to Plexus. Dana is somebody that I friend requested somewhere along the way. We're from the same hometown, and she accepted, and we interacted a little bit. And in January of last year, I reached out to Dana because I knew how bad she was suffering with her health. And we talked a little bit off and on for a couple of months. I think at the end of February, she actually told me, this is not in the budget. I cannot do this, which was a no. I couldn't give up on her, though. In March, there was a special going on, and I was also about to rank up and needed some help with that. So I reached out to her and offered her the corporate special and also my own. It was back before they made a rule on not being able to like stack those. And she went for it. She was like, okay, I'm going to give this a try. You guys, because I didn't stop following up with her, she was on her 16 medication. It's changed her life, and not just health-wise, but financially too. It honestly feels like that's probably the biggest thing I did in 2016. So Dana reached out to Deidre, who is a brand new ambassador. Deidre signed in March, and I love this girl. I've only spoken to her on the phone and through Facebook, but she is amazing. I asked her to be on this call because, number one, I want her to kind of tell you guys the connection that she has with Dana. I'll be just a second. Okay. And also the fact that her work ethic is, oh my gosh, she is doing everything that she needs to do. She's doing the training. She is on events every week. She is a mom. She works. And not just that, guys, she had surgery yesterday and still did her new contacts, still did her follow-up, invited people to an event, and is on this call tonight. So I am just like, wow, she is the perfect example of fitting this into the nooks and crannies of your life. So I'm going to mute myself real quick because I got to go deal with the dryer real quick, and I'm going to let Deidre talk a little bit, okay? Go for it, Deidre.
Okay. Hi, guys. Me and Dana messaged me towards the end of February and sent me a Facebook friend request. So I accepted it. And I always seen the post on Plexus and that, and she messaged me about it because she's seen that, you know, some of my statuses were about me struggling with my migraines and my hernia, but I had that surgery yesterday, so that will be taken care of, and my anxiety and everything, and just how I'm always drained. I have no energy, I'm sluggish, and everything else. So she messaged me and everything, and it wasn't really in the budget and that right at that point. And then she kept talking about it, and I keep posting, and I keep seeing her posts and everything, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. So I figured, you know what, let's just try it, and I ended up signing up as an ambassador and doing a 3-way with Jimmy, and Dana has been, like, absolutely amazing to help me train, because I also got a new ambassador, I think a couple days ago, maybe Saturday, I think it was, or Sunday. One of my friends signed up because she's seen all my posts and everything, and I learned that it's important to watch the training videos and constantly be consistent with the posting and the follow-up and everything, because if you're not consistent, you're not going to get the results. Yeah, it's crazy to try and fit it in my schedule, but I try and do it, every downtime. If you sit down to take a break for like 5 minutes, just to recollect, try, fitting it and doing like maybe say 1 or 2 messages, or do a quick post or something. And I've noticed that when I do the picture posts of me holding my Slim and drinking it, I get a lot of feedback from it. I'll get messages and comments and likes, and other people want to learn about it and things. So I've been doing that also. Hold on, Dakota. I'm sorry, guys. It's bedtime, sweetheart. Good night. I love you.
See, that's all about fitting it into the nooks and crannies of your life, right?
Yes, definitely. Sorry. I had to say good night.
That's okay. It's all about juggling it. So.
And juggling the time difference, too, between me and you.
Yeah, definitely, because it's like 10 o'clock there right now, right?
Yeah, so there's a 3-hour difference.
Yep. No, I am so super, super proud of you. I got to tell you guys, I just gave out a sample as she was talking. So, like, I did not let that lady get out my door that was with her husband working on my dryer without a sample, guys. So, yeah. So, sorry, guys. Beautiful. Anyways, I wanted to ask you really quick, Deidre, as far as like that 3-way call that we did, like right before you signed up, what kind of impact do you think that had on you as far as your excitement goes and your commitment?
It was like an amazing impact and very positive because it made me think, okay, this is going to be a good team, which it is. It's an absolutely amazing team. But we're all in this together. It's not like the Body Works and the Thrive and all that. They don't work as teams. It's basically you're on your own. If you have questions, you better figure out how you're going to Google it or something to figure out your solution. Where with this, we're all a team, and I can message Dana or call Dana or you, and and all my pages and the search bars and everything to get my information. It's a lot easy. There's no hassle, and it makes things so much easier. And I didn't think it was going to be like this, but that three-way call really helped.
Awesome. I love that. And I love the fact that you were willing to jump on that. And I know that's something that you and Dana have been doing and that we're going to start doing with Megan as far as three-way calls and three-way chats and stuff like that. And I love to see that duplicating down. So that is awesome. My kid was screaming. Did you have anything else? Were you done before I interrupted you as far as what you were talking about?
Yes, I was done.
Okay. I wanted to make sure that I was not cutting you off. Thank you so much for sharing. I really appreciate it. It's a big deal for a brand new ambassador to get on a call like this and talk to everybody. I know that can be a little nerve-wracking. So I am just super, super proud of you and super excited for you. So thank you.
Thank you.
All right. And you can't see this, Marilyn, because you're on the phone. Marilyn just sent a message through saying, thank you, Deidre, for sharing. Okay, guys. So Mandy is going to talk to us a little bit about what she has been doing to expand her network. And I heard some of this the other night, and I need to get my butt in gear with this because it sounds really awesome what she's doing. So go for it, Mandy.
Thanks. Great job, Deidre. I love that. And you're doing awesome. I know some of you were on the Dream Team call the other night for Jeannie's team, so I'm going over that information that I talked about there. So last month, 6 weeks ago or so, Jeannie shared a video with me, and it's been shared on her page, but I'll also post it on my team page as well as Jimmy's team page. And it was from Rock the Pink Live, and it was with the Diamond Ambassador, Laura Robinson. And it's about expanding your network. When you think, you've reached out to everybody, and how, I've friended out all those people that came up already as friend suggestions, and, I don't know where else to go. So this is kind of some tips to create some new relationships with people that aren't necessarily in your area and you would never know anyways. They're not necessarily friends of friends. So what to do is you can go to the groups. You want to be added to some groups. So up at the top of in Facebook, up at the top, there's a search, and you can type in some keywords, something that you're interested in, or something that's going on in your life, maybe. You can do, knitting or skiing or whatever you're into. And you want to look for groups that I personally like a little bit bigger groups, but not humongous, maybe a few hundred to a couple thousand people in the group is what I'm looking for. Some of them you pull up and there's little groups that people started and there's 4 or 5 people in them. I don't want to get into those groups because they're probably not, there's not much going on. But the group that I joined, you pick 3 groups, 3 topics that you want to join. You're not going to work all those topics at once, but join all those groups. Find 3 groups that you want. And you're going to work one group at a time. And so find a group. And I found it's a shoe group about this certain brand of shoes that I like. And someone has to approve you. You have to request to join a group. Or for these, you request to join it. Once you're approved, I popped in and said just something random. Like, how many pairs do you guys have of this shoe? And everyone starts commenting because everyone wants to talk about it. And this is a very active group. I got lucky with this group because some of them I've seen I've gotten out of aren't active at all. And everybody that comments on your post, reply back, thanks, or smiley face, or whatever it may be, and then go friend request that person. When you do that, you also send them a message. Thanks for putting input. I'm so excited to be in this group. I love these shoes, whatever it may be, something silly. I mean, make something. And so you can start that relationship and you have a message going with them. You want to make sure you go into that group and interact every day, comment on stuff, like stuff, keep reaching out to people.
No.
You want to mute that, Jimmy? So keep reaching out to people in that group. And like I said, make sure you're interacting every day. So you're putting yourself out there as a name in that group that people recognize. You're not just some creepy person that's friending them. They see you interacting on there. So you work that for about a month. And you're creating relationships. Maybe you're messaging these people. Maybe you get a conversation going back and forth. And they're going to see your posts. Make sure you're going to their page and liking and commenting on stuff so that they also see your page. And hopefully they'll comment and like on stuff. I've already been inviting people to PJ parties from this group. I have not moved on to my next group yet. One thing I want to mention, when you do that, make sure you go to your own profile and update your information. And I took out Plexus completely. I don't want people to decide if they want to accept my friend request and they go to see who I am and it says Plexus Worldwide Ambassador. It looks like I'm trying to sell them something. So I took that out. I put other information in there. I think I put something about, I love shopping and this and that, and mom, whatever, you update it to what you want. And make sure on your own page, you're not just posting about Plexus, and I usually just do Plexus and maybe about my family. I'm also throwing in posts about these shoes now. So it looks like, I am really into that. And so you do that for about a month and you go on to the next group and do that for about a month, then the next group. So then you only want to friend about 10 people in each group. Otherwise it gets overwhelming. And I would make a list of who you friended and what group they're part of. They keep everything organized there. And then I don't know if I'm going to join another 3 groups later, or if I'm going to come back and start working these groups again. I haven't decided that. So that is a new way. And then from there, you're just going to you'll get friend suggestions of those people's friends. You're going to start getting some other suggestions around the country of people. So that's a great way to expand your network. And this Laura Robinson that was giving these tips on the Rock the Pink video, she's a diamond and she has gotten 80% of her level 1s through doing this. I was just like floored by that. And this is strictly Facebook. It's not, I know there's so much Instagram and other stuff out there that it just gets overwhelming with all of it. That's what I'm comfortable with Facebook. This just seemed like the best thing for me to try to get new contacts. Instead of, I've tried to do all the hashtags, but this just seemed like the best route for me. So if you have any questions on that, feel free, let me know right now, or feel free to contact me, and I'm going to post the video. She really spells it out in there, and I'm just pretty much following her directions exactly, and it's been working well for me. So that is about expanding my network, or your network. The other things I wanted to talk to you about this evening, I had a couple other things. Anything else on that, Jimmy, you wanted me to add? Putting on chapstick.
You did good.
Okay, thanks. So another thing I was going to talk to you about, it's 10 days till the big reveal. I want to make sure everybody is registered for that, whether you're planning on watching with somebody else, or maybe you're busy that day and you're not planning on watching the big reveal at all. Make sure you register though, because regardless, whoever registers, they're going to be sending out an email with some special. We don't know what that special is, something to do with the big reveal. But if you don't register to watch the big reveal live, you're not going to get that email afterwards to get the special promotion that goes with it. So make sure you do that. Don't forget about the contest that's going on. Get an ambassador or a new customer with at least 65 PV, or else ambassador with a welcome pack, at least 2 of those, any combination of those 2 by the end of the month, and you will get something. We don't know what it is, but it's going to be great, whatever it is. And that is motivation for me. And I know a lot on my team, that's motivation for them. Little contests like this really drive us. So I'm excited about that. And then we have convention coming up in like a month from right now, almost in a couple days. We will be headed to Las Vegas. If you've never been to convention, or even if you have been and you're still trying to decide if you want to go, just go. Make it work somehow. If you have to room with other people, if you have to carpool with people to get there, just get there. It's so worth your time and money to spend time with all of us. We get to see each other in person, which is so amazing right there. All these relationships, get to see our Plexus family. You learn so much. You come out a better person, both with your Plexus business as well as a better mom, wife, spouse, anything, better person in general. So I highly recommend going to that. No matter how you need to get there, do it. There's not many spaces left, so you need to get registered quickly. And those were my 3 things I was going to talk about.
Awesome.
Jimmy wants to kind of wrap it up.
Thank you. And yes, guys, convention is a must for your business. I know it's coming up soon. If there's any way to get there, get there. If there's not, start planning for next year. You guys do not want to miss it. And then the only last thing that I had was just to remind everybody that we have a Facebook event tomorrow night that Mandy and I are doing for the team. So if you haven't sent out the magic message, I challenge you guys to do that. And sorry, guys. And just holler at me if you need to be added to the event page. I am going to end the call before my daughter has a complete meltdown. Thanks for bearing with us tonight and for joining us. I hope you guys got a lot out of it.